Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Marine Corps Movie Minute, where we break down movies of the Marine Corps 1 minute at a time. I'm Jack Perry,
And I'm Brian Lockhart.
and this week we are breaking down minute number 41 of the Clint Eastwood classic, Heartbreak Ridge. This minute begins with Marines finally deciding to start to sound off and call some cadence, and it ends with them running off into, well,
The unknown.
yeah, let's go with the unknown. So, where do we start?
Well, we kind of just pick right up from last minute where Cojones couldn't remember any cadences, and Gunny's like, "Do it, or I will run you, and do it fast because we're approaching the major and the other platoon, and I don't want to look stupid."
Right.
Um, so of course, not wanting to be run all day long, Stitch Jones goes ahead and goes, "Do it, man. Do the certifiable."
Yeah, the dude is certifiable.
Oh, holy shit, dude. Are you serious? So, you're right. What you just said is correct. This is another one of those freaking lyrics, or not lyrics, lines. For years, I thought he was calling the cadence "Do the certifiable," like that one, like do the one we know. It's certifiable. It's good to go. Holy shit,
Yeah.
dude. I don't even know why I'm hosting a podcast. You just said the dude is certifiable, and that makes so much more fucking sense.
Yeah.
So he's just saying do it. Like no, he knows which one he's gonna do,
Yeah.
and he's because this guy will run us. Holy shit! Thank you for helping me put this together.
Okay, so when a mommy and a daddy love each other,
Holy shit! So we got do the certifiable. I even wrote that in my notes. Do the certifiable, not dude is certifiable. So we got that. We got preschooler school. We got what else did I? There was some other bullshit thing that I totally didn't get what he said. Holy crap! That's what I get for not really paying attention.
Yeah, that's all right, brother. I'm the same boat.
Which is perfect for hosting a minute by minute podcast where you really dissect the movie. But if we weren't doing this, I never would learn. So
Yeah.
it's a teaching moment for myself as well.
Yeah. We can always learn a little something.
Yes, the dude is certifiable. Okay. So Cajones goes right into his version of the cadence, one I've never heard before, but have since kind of hummed and said to myself
Yep.
many a times.
Yeah, I think we've used it a few times.
I think so. You want to take it or shall I?
Model A Ford and a tank full of gas, mouthful of pussy. No, it's handful of pussy,
right.
mouthful of ass.
Right.
Which I always thought was funny until I got a little older, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. I always was like, shouldn't it be the opposite way? Because you want to grab on it, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, well, you know.
And then so I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, handful of pussy and a mouthful of ass.
Yeah.
Now, there's lots to dissect with all of this.
Yeah.
As they're saying that,
these are ladies' men.
Yes, of course. But as they're calling their cadence right in front of the major powers, but also the female major that we've and you could clearly see in this minute, it looks like she's got the gold oak leaves as well. So she's amazing. You know, they're the same rank.
Yep.
I just love this little bit because as they do that, as they walk by, Gunny it kind of looks at him with like shit. Like his facial reaction doesn't change much, but you could totally see what he's thinking on his face when he looks at the major and he's like, shit, that's not what I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah. Damn it, miscalculation.
Right. You're like it was almost like a whoops. But just like, what can I do now? I gotta go.
Yep.
And then Major Powers is of course annoyed, but if you notice, he won't look at the WM at all the rest of the time together. Yeah. He looks away and will not make eye contact with her.
And she's clearly amused.
Well, she kind of looks away too, but then is like, you know, like she's holding it in and kind of rolls her eyes. But then as she thinks about it, she's like, yeah, because when they look at each other, they're like, oh, and but then she kind of looks away as well, but then starts laughing.
Yeah.
Like she rolls her eyes and laughs,
Yeah.
like these dumbasses.
Yeah.
Now, and like we've kind of talked about, like in today's culture, and like, yes, that's probably not something you should say in front of a lady, and it's also not something that would be condoned today. A lot of the cadences they want you to clear up the lyrics
Yeah.
because of how we are all together, but at the same time, there are plenty of women that we've
Mhm.
known that would have had that same reaction. Like, yeah, they probably wouldn't have said it if they knew she was there.
Or they would have called that cadence.
Yeah, or Gunny definitely would not have had him do it,
Yeah.
But at the same time, we know plenty of people that would have had that same reaction of like, these fucking guys. It's
Yeah.
like it's almost like I pity how silly you are, but it's still funny.
Yeah.
But that's the other part that I say is part two of the stripes, that carried over from minute one, the previous minute, where these are my men, these are fine. No, these are your men, and then of course
Yeah.
they come through with no shirts on, saying the most inappropriate cadence, and besides I mentioned Gunny's look, but if you notice too, he does stop for half a step, like he's
Yeah.
got his back to him, and then when they say it, he's like he turns around and he stops, like what did they just say?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of business by Clint Eastwood, I like. And then he's like, "Well, I'm moving on."
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed too that the sun is in a different position. Their shadows are all over the place.
In previous minute, it actually did look like it was a little earlier in the day, and now it looks like it's like the height. It's like what, noon?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because even when Gunny's running, the shadow's like right under him.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say about that is, I mean, so they start double timing across like a raised platform of
Mhm.
like wooden barrels and shit.
Right.
During that scene, and then when they get into the boonies, basically, they're out there.
Yeah.
They legitimately they look hot. They look like they're tired. Like I wonder how many times they were
Yeah.
running this and how hot it was that day.
Yeah, pretty warm.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, when they first start taking off double timing
Mhm.
after they say Model A Ford, it actually
Right.
looks like it's later in the day. Actually,
Yeah, it does, and that is it. That's not in the morning, man. That's like
yeah,
5 in the afternoon. It's just
yeah,
sun's just starting to get ready to go down, but there's just
yeah.
enough daylight left to make it look passable.
Yeah, but you're right. It's the shadows. It just because we got the minute going, and I just looked at it again, and you're like, oh yeah, that's definitely later in the evening,
Yeah.
not in the morning. What was I gonna say? There was something about. Oh, so back to the ass to mouth thing.
Yes. Yes.
I was once personally told by Brian O'Halloran, and I probably said that wrong. Dante from Clerks,
Mhm.
you never go ass to mouth.
Never.
He came to one of the local Comic Cons, and I picture an autograph, and as my kids would say, picture an autograph, move up.
Yeah.
So I got a picture and autograph with Dante Hicks, and
Was he even supposed to be there that day?
well, he was, but he did say there was a bunch of savages in my town. But so I got his autograph, and what he I think it was like a Clerks one I picked or whatever, and he signed it. Never go ass to mouth, your friend Brian.
Nice.
Which of course that's a big bit of business in Clerks too.
Yes. It was awesome.
Yeah, his character is so like you never do that. So that's funny. But
Uh,
that got me thinking about some of the cadences that we called, you know,
mhm.
not just that, but like, there are some more raunchy ones or more non-PC ones, if you
Oh
will.
man, yeah, those are the best ones, and those are the only ones I can't remember because they didn't get called that often.
Well, I remember some of them getting called in like boot camp and MCT because there was no women around.
Right,
Once we were in the fleet more, and you're with everybody, it was they were trying to get you to get away from doing some of that stuff. Like,
right, because it could be considered harassment.
well, yeah, exactly. Some of it is poor language in it, or it's sexual in nature, or sometimes it's downright, you know, racist. Some of the
Some of them, but
yeah.
it was never. But it was never. That's one of the funny things is like it was never isolated to just like one class. Everybody was fair game, and they were all funny.
Well, I was right, but I was thinking like in particular, I was thinking of a couple of the ones where they it was like the Vietnam era ones where like
Oh yeah, yeah.
somebody's up in a tree looking at me and it's not a very nice name, and they were like, "Yes, stop, don't use that cadence anymore." But sure enough, in boot camp, they called that one.
Yep.
But actually, a lot of them are almost like songs.
Yeah. War pigs.
Yeah, well, especially some of these DIs though, they sing pretty damn good. Some of these cadences,
Yeah.
and they are almost like songs.
We had one dude that we used to call Black Sabbath's War Pigs, which was a good one to run to.
Yeah, I know one time we tried to get Do I Diddy from Stripes as a cadence, and it
Yeah.
just did not work.
No, it doesn't really stick.
Yeah, you can't left foot that.
No. No. Uh,
Oh, so I think it was probably last minute. We were talking about how we were they would call us out and they were trying to get us to kind of lead
yeah.
the shop, and take it, I got it, that thing, we got it. And every single time it was a C-130 rolling down the strip.
Yeah, all the time, man. That C-130 got a lot of use.
Oh my God. I think that's the only one anybody ever remembered. So there was a
Yeah.
lot of C-130s taken off in our freaking shop. And then it would be like, another C-130. It's like, no shit, another one.
Another one.
Running for 3 miles, and it's
Yeah.
every time it's another C-130. Nobody knew any other ones.
Yeah. There was, oh man, there was a couple of them. There was one I remember was it was basically the dude's girlfriend was all wired up to all this life support equipment.
Oh,
And
yeah, I happen to have it right here.
oh, do you now?
Well, because I was thinking, I was like, there's the raunchy ones, and I was going to ask you, like, what are some of your favorite or some you remember?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like I was saying, like in boot camp, there was so many that like our DI pulled out that were so good, and I'm like, I couldn't tell you what they were,
Yeah.
But this one, it's My Girl's a Vegetable.
Yeah. Yes, that's it.
I think that's one of the ones they really didn't want us doing anymore. But it's My Girl's a Vegetable. She lives in a hospital, but I would do anything to keep her alive. She has a green TV. It's called an EKG.
KG. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get into the rest of it because that's the part most people remember,
Yeah.
this is the first line.
Yeah.
I'll do anything, and then also that she has an EKG, and
Yeah.
but it's a funny one.
Oh yeah, it's great.
So the one I always liked, and we had to clean it up a little bit, but was Me and Superman. I know you. As soon as I say it, you'll remember. It's Me and Superman get into a fight, hit him in the head with kryptonite, hit him so hard that I busted his brain, and now I'm dating Lois Lane.
Oh, yeah, but it wasn't dating.
Oh no, in boot camp now I'm fucking Lois Lane.
Yeah.
I've also heard it slightly different too, where it was like me and Superman got into a fight. I hit him with my left and I hit him with my right, and then it says I hit him so hard that I broke his brain, or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like a slight variation of it because it all rhymes. It doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah.
So I always like that one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
But we did let's see, what was a couple other ones that 1, 2, 3, 4 Marine Corps.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Lots of variations of that. 1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4 Marine Corps or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like we covered dressed in white. Marine Corps shows the world that we can fight. Marine Corps,
Right.
we
Yep.
have
Yep.
coats made of blue. Marine Corps to show the world that we are true. Shit like that.
Yep.
Or of course the give me some PT. Good for you. Good for me.
Mm-hmm.
1 mile, no good. 2 miles, hoorah. 3 miles, PFT. That shit.
Right. Yep.
Let's see. What was the one where it's like, maybe it is the C-130. Let me go. It's like, yeah, C-130 rolling down strip. U.S. Marine going to take, or we always said like G2 Daddy, or
Yeah.
whatever shop you were.
Yep.
Mission top secret, destination unknown. Don't even know when we're coming home. Stand up, buckle up, shuffle the door, jump right out, shout Marine Corps. I used to get my kid to say that.
Yeah.
He'd say stand up, buckle up, jump. Yeah.
Yeah.
When he was like 2. Like,
Yeah. Rain car.
Yeah, and it was like if the chute don't open wide, I've got reserve by my side, and if or I'll be of course I like to I'll be the first one on the ground, kicking
Yeah.
it, stabbing,
Yeah.
and then you start singing.
Yeah.
It's fun stuff. I can't even think of some other ones. Something about a yellow birdie, yellow bill sitting on my windowsill.
Yeah.
See, I kind of remember that one, but not really. It wasn't one that stood out, but it's like little yellow birdie with a little yellow bill landed on my windowsill. Lured him in with a little piece of bread, then I crushed his little fucking head. Me, oh my, I'm such a klutz. I missed his head and hit his nuts. Yeah, me running with my M16, me motor scooter. I'm a U.S. Marine, and there's also one about like I don't know. Tell my mama I did my best if I die in a combat zone or whatever.
Yeah.
There's all those, and some of these are like not exclusive to the Marine Corps.
No.
They're are or variations of each one.
Right.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. You can buy albums of that stuff, and they're all over YouTube too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know though, man. Don't think I was ever motivated enough to listen to albums of cadences.
I tell you what, I bought one time, and because in the thought of like, yeah, man, it's that stuff can be motivating sometimes, and I put the tape in to run, and it's not very good.
No.
It is not motivating
No.
at all. It's like it's nothing like somebody who can really. It's like whenever they get these tapes, they get like the stereotypical what they think a DI or a whatever should be like, and it's never the
Right.
guys that actually can do it well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Oh, shut up, Jesus,"
Yeah,
you
this is
know.
horrible.
And then I mean, because there's some guys that can just really do it well, and it's like
Yeah, they sound good.
they're never on those tapes though.
No. Yeah, I'll sell it to PX for 3 for $1 or whatever. Or cassette. But yeah,
Yeah,
so to some of our younger listeners, what before digital, there was bef- there was an analog medium called cassette.
just think of Star Lord.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. That was a cassette.
And I still have some, and I still listen to them in my garage when I'm doing work, and they sound like shit, but I still have them.
Yeah, can you even buy cassette players anymore?
I think you can. It's one of the actually, they've made a couple retro tapes, like like how they were doing what's it called? LPs are coming back.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's
Albums.
yeah, albums. They've been making, records. So there's a few like exclusive, like, hey, here's a tape of, and I think it was like a Guardians of the Galaxy thing. But they've done a
Right.
couple like, oh, it's been 30 years since this came out. Here's a tape of it.
Huh.
But it's not the same thing as a record. But sometimes you can get it as part of a combo thing. But
Okay.
I still have my Walkman. I don't really use it, but I have it just in case the zombie apocalypse comes next week when we're all still quarantined.
Yeah, all the some of the coronavirus survivors start sitting back up, or not even
Right.
survivors. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, when the world
brains.
when the world goes to shit from all this, I'm gonna still have my traveling tapes I made in 1996, 97, so I could drive when I was bored.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of those tapes. I know that little tape case that you had, and ugh, some of it was not good.
Hey, you watch your mouth, Lords of Acid man over there. Hey, want to listen to some techno? Go driving really fast in my car? No, I don't. But okay. As long as we end up at a Chinese buffet, I don't care.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was a Wednesday night. Yeah, we're gonna go to.
I think one of the hotels had a Chinese buffet underneath that we used to go to all the time. We had a little
Yes,
restaurant.
it
We used to
did.
go to that.
Yep, it was the one with the hairy chicken.
Yeah. um, the minute ends pretty quick. There's just a lot of them running. Clint Eastwood's ahead. Just Clint Eastwood reminds me of Philo Beto. He runs like him. I always have to bring up those movies. But I noticed that Clint Eastwood runs in a lot of his movies too. If you paid attention, he's jogging. Not so much in his westerns, but pretty much every non-western movie. There's a scene of him running. You know, he
Little bit of
runs.
cardio.
Yeah, and the thing is, everybody gives Tom Cruise like, oh, he's got to run in every movie because he's a great runner. Clint Eastwood jogs in every one of his movies.
Yeah.
You know, he goes running in both Clyde the Orangutan movies. He runs in this. He's running in A Line of Fire. I think he's running in Coogan's Bluff. Iger Sanction, he goes hiking or running in that like crazy. Uh, I'm sure there's others I'm not thinking of.
Yeah.
You know, so Clint Eastwood's always running his movies.
Yeah, when he was able to run.
Well, true. Well, geez,
We'll
even when he
see.
was like 70, I think he was getting up and jogging like 2 miles or 3 miles every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's a maniac. He's certifiable.
He's certifiable.
I do like once they kind of get to that dirt road where Gunny's just kind of ahead of him. He's like, Stitch is like, is this sucker lost or is he just going to invade South Carolina? Which I think is great about that because that is a long jog if they're invading South Carolina, considering they're in Southern California right now.
I know, right? Oh,
Of course, we know the movie's in North Carolina, but
yeah, it's supposed to be taking place in Lejeune. Supposed to be.
for movie purposes, this is Lejeune. But
Yeah.
I got nothing else. Do you want to talk anything more about this minute or anything else?
No. No, I think we pretty much covered. I mean, there's not really there's stuff that's going on, but it's pretty brief. Most of it's just, just kind of establishing some things, but for the most part, as far as action goes, there's not really much dialogue to talk about. There's not much,
No.
it's just
Yeah, there's not a lot of dialogue. It's just them going about their first real interaction as a real Marine unit together.
yeah.
All right, Perry, just do it. You know, well, shit, whatever. Let's just end the fucking minute.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Bye.
Yeah. Come back on Friday. We'll wrap up this week and discuss minute 42, and just ask everybody if they have any comments about any of this. Drop us a line in the Marine Corps Movie Minute quarterdeck Facebook page. Until next time, folks.